ladies, I'm gonna help you build this loft bed. Here, come with me on a journey. Hey everybody, I'm Kelly and I'm gonna show you how to put your loft bed together. First we're gonna start with all the tools you're gonna need. This generally takes me about 90 minutes, but if you have someone helping you and you follow the directions correctly, you might be able to do it in like an hour. So anyway, you're gonna need a drill, you're gonna need a hammer, a pencil, and a 3/8 drill bit, which I've started putting these in the kit, so it should come with one of these. You'll need a 9/16 socket or a wrench. It's quicker to do it with the socket. I put the socket in the drill, and an angle square. And I think that's it. So we're gonna get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna build a platform. The mattress platform is like a giant pallet, basically. So first I'm gonna find the boards that say mattress platform center, mattress platform sides, and mattress platform ends. And so we're gonna put these, the sides, we're gonna start with the sides. Those are gonna be the long boards that go on the sides. And the ends, obviously, are gonna be the headboard and footboard. And then the center, we'll do that one last. Okay, so I put together my first corner. And you wanna make sure there's no gap here because that's gonna throw off the whole width of this platform. And we're gonna just do all the other corners. And then we'll go to step 2. Okay, so I've got all the corners together. I've got my box made, and now I'm going to do the center, mattress platform center, and that's going to come with these 2 important silver screws because they're heavy duty screws. So you're going to have 2 holes drilled in the end here. You're just going to throw this right in the center and drill these right in. Okay, so now I've laid out all the mattress slats. I should have 12 for the queen size and 11 for the full and twin. I've laid out all the mattress slats here, and we're gonna screw those in with the short screws. And here on the end mattress slat, we're only gonna put 1 screw, only in the end because there's a bolt that goes right here. So let's get to that. Make sure they're flush on both sides, and especially make sure they're flush on the ends too. I'm gonna basically just use these slats as a spacer between the slats. So I'm gonna start by doing every other one, and then I'll remove the ones in between and put them on the other side. Alright, so this is your platform, and I'm also going to throw just a couple screws in the center board so when you pick it up it's a little easier to handle. Alright, we're ready to set this aside and build the 2 end frames. Okay, now we're going to grab our legs, which look like this, and we're going to set them all down next to each other. This one single hole goes on the ground. The 2 holes on the side go not on the ground. I'm also going to need to grab my crossbars. I'm going to need my ruler and a pencil and some long screws. So you might have ordered a bed that has different height clearance, so we're going to address this. You're basically going to measure up to the clearance that you ordered from the bottom of the leg. We're going to make a mark. So this bed is going to be 60 inches clearance underneath. So I'm going to make a mark at 60, and then I'm going to make a mark at 29 inches for the second bar. And do that on both legs. Alright. Made all my marks. Now it's time to screw these crossbars in. It's really important that when you do screw them in, they are right up against the edge of this. You don't want to leave extra space. Make sure this is square to the line that I drew. This bar is going to go below the line. It's very important. I'm going to put this bar below the line I drew. Then I'm going to put the angle square here to make sure I have it completely square. Alright, we got both of our frames put together, and we'll stand this one up. It's helpful if you can leave this one leaning against a wall, because you'll see that why in a second. We're going to have somebody hold this one, and then I'm going to take this one, this platform here, easily let it down like that. Alright. Lift this up and have your helper bring the other ones here. Sometimes it's gonna be a little snug getting in there, but the snugger it is, the better. I'm gonna take my angle square again and make sure this is at 90 degrees. Perfect. Now, one really important thing when you're putting these legs on is to make sure, I always do the back side first, make sure this is as snug as it can be. You don't want space between the platform and the legs. And I have a 3/8 drill bit. This is a metal bit, but I find that it cuts through a lot easier. I'm gonna drill out the other hole that's not here on the platform. I found it better to allow you guys to drill the holes. I'm gonna throw a bolt in there, hammer it in, do the same on the other side. I have a 9/16 socket with a drill bit. You can just use a regular socket wrench, or if you want to use a crescent wrench, it's going to take you a little bit longer. I need my washers and nuts. I'm going to go around here and put a washer on, and then a nut. I'm going to tighten this up. Okay, so we have this side bolted in, and now I like to have my assistant hold that side while I just pull this side over to straighten out. Angle square these legs out. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So now we have all our bolts in and tightened, and we're gonna throw our long crossbar in. So grab that, and we're gonna do the same thing with this. Line it up so it's even with your frame crossbars. Okay, our last piece before we put everything up on top and everything's done on the bottom is these corner supports. And these are going to be shaped like this with 2 holes in them. And then we'll throw our washers and nuts on this side. And we'll do that for the other side too. Awesome. And now it's time to put on the ladder, the post, and the safety rails. Okay. Happy. Hey, all right, now we gotta put together this ladder. It's not really too difficult at all. We got our steps in the middle here, and then we got this ladder top piece. The top of your ladder is gonna have this cutaway angle here. That's gonna be the top. This ladder top piece, it's gonna go flush with both sides up here. We're just gonna screw in these regular black screws. Okay, now that I got my ladder put together, I'm going to need to drill out the holes on the other side of it for the bolts, and I can pick any corner of the bed, well, either corner of the bed for this ladder to go on. So I'm going to pick over here. Now, if you have an uneven floor, you might, a lot of wood floors are uneven, you might have to add a shim. Alright guys, before you put your safety rails on, you just have to get your safety rail post and attach that right next to the ladder, flush with the bottom of the platform. Just do it right there. I leave for you to drill the holes because then you can put it on either side, and you can put it on this side or that side. So just drill out the hole in a 3/8 bit. Awesome, we'll just tighten that with our nuts and washers on the other side. Alright, we're almost finished. We just have to put our safety rails on, and you're going to have 3 on each side. You're going to have one that's a little thicker, wider than these other, there's 2 skinnier ones. The wider one's going to go on the bottom, and basically you're going to put this wider one flat like this, make a mark over here where it ends. And then we're going to move it up to be on that line up here. and screw it in right there. Both sides. Alright, so the other two is sort of the same thing. We're just going to take one of these and use it as a spacer. So since we have two, we don't have to draw a line. We're just going to go like this. Put it right there, and we're going to screw this top one in. And then this next one, we can actually use one of the skinny ones from the other sides to space this one out. So we want the same amount of space for this. We want this one to go right here. Just putting our short screws in these. These are with the short screws. Right on. Alright, I'm going to do all the other sides and I'll meet you guys back here. And I think we're about finished, actually. And then you can test it with no wobble. No wobble. No wobbles. I really have to try to move this together.